Hey everyone, here today to bring you guys a deck that I played a few weeks ago, did very, very well with. Um, a lot of people talk about Exodia and that, like the way the Jarel just played it at Worlds. It does best with stalling and drawing and so forth. Or you got the DragonDrawExodia, which is a one-turn thing, maybe two. But I wanted to bring you guys a deck that actually attacks. Now, Dark World Turbo is probably still the best way to go with attacking Exodia deck because of all the deck thinning, the drawing, and so forth. But, and I guess they just take out card destruction out of the deck. I really don't know. I haven't seen a list for that because I don't go and look for lists. I have never seen anybody play this deck anywhere. I don't do a lot of research. But I was thinking, what's a deck that could easily thin your deck extremely quickly? My first thought was actually, and I'll show you real quick why we're doing this, was Worms Exodia. So that new segment I'm going to start doing called Make It Your Own, you could kind of just see the preview what I'm going to start doing here. For instance, this would be an Exodia special, and I would show you guys all the different ways to play Exodia. I have a couple versions that I don't think a lot of people have seen as well. So anyway, this was just a quick preview of that. I don't really want to go into explaining it. Let me zoom up here. I've got a lot of decks here, as you can see. Okay, so this is what I did. I built the deck around 3 different ways to win. Obviously, you have the Exodia version, where you can just surprise people. The only time it's not a surprise is when your duality goes off and a piece, ends up as one of the 3 cards milled. Revealed, I should say. So think about it this way: you got 3 Sarcos, and you could always try to get your Exodia pieces that way. It's a little slow and it's a little obvious. Sometimes your opponent will push real hard, more than they usually would before your pieces come to your hand. Sometimes maybe they will save a card that does screw over your hand until they wait to get your pieces. You just got to be more careful. Most likely, I choose the Sarco to get the Future Fusion and the Overload. And if I get all 3 Sarcos, I go for the trio, which is Storm, Future Fusion, Overload for game, as long as they don't have an effect Veiler. So that's tough, Veiler screws over so many things. Okay, so the other way to play this deck is Future Fusion with the Jinzo returners. As you can see, you got 2 Jinzo returners and 2 Jinzos. A lot of people will ask me why I don't play 3. I did try 3 for a long time and found it to be situational, where I would always seem to get a Jinzo returner in the first couple hands and not get my Future Fusion fast enough, and then I got a dead Jinzo returner. That, because this is a win you can effect, which is going to miss timing on pretty much everything. It's a little tough. I guess Jinzo Returner can smash into something and then bring a Jinzo out. But then it's also got to be in your graveyard. So unless you play Future Fusion, that Jinzo Returner is pretty dead in your hand. Okay, let's see what else. You've got your Machinas, as you can see. So you've got some consistency. You got your gear frame into your fortress, and you've got your cannon as a backup. So a lot of times when I play Future Fusion, I will dump every single card in my deck, every single machine in my deck, except for 1 cannon. And if I'm in a good spot where I can play Overload, or I'm in a good spot where I can have an Avarice in hand, I'll even throw the Scarecrows in there just to get that extra little attack. You usually don't need it because your Chimera Tech is going to be at like 13 to 15,000, so it really doesn't matter. But if you don't have a Pot of Avarice in hand or an Overload in hand, then you don't want to throw the Scarecrows in there, so be careful with that. You pretty much only want to throw in the cannons and the Scarecrows. Sometimes you can even leave 1 Karkar-D or something in the deck. But you should be pretty much out of a deck. If you draw that Future Fusion first turn, you're pretty much out of a deck. So a lot of good things can happen that way. Yes, it's a 42 card deck. Sounds kind of crazy. But you got to have just the right balance of stall and power. The 1 day pieces are absolutely amazing, and I do love them. But you got to be careful when you play those. You can't just play them because you want a card. You never play 1 day a piece because you want a card. You play 1 day a piece because you don't have a way to stop the next attack. That's when you play it. And you never play your Swift Scarecrows at the very beginning if you can. You know, when that 3,000 damage or less, I would say, maybe 2,500 damage or less, you could maybe take that to stall further than the rest of the game. If you know, all you need is that one turn. So without running it through, you guys can kind of see here this deck it has some issues. The Monster Reincarnation I've changed out quite a few times for other things, and you know, I've tried some things out, but all in all, I mean, if you discard like your Sarco near the end of the game because you know you won't have time, or maybe you've only got one piece, or there's only a few cards left in your deck, and you grab this with Scarecrow or the Kark RD, it's worth it. You know, sometimes, like I said before, sometimes that's all you need. Or if something bad happens, card destruction, and you Avarice, and then something else like Dark World Dealing. I don't know. Something comes up where you have to lose a piece out of your hand. Your Incarnation can win the game for you. It's just very unlikely. So anyway, there's the deck, you guys. Kind of try it out. And then, of course, you guys are going to look at the deck list as soon as I put it up here. But if you want me to explain, I guess I'll go ahead and do my first Make It Your Own special right now. What am I looking for here? Oh yeah, Piper with Exodia. Okay, this is a deck I'm going to be playing, and a lot of people have known about this for a while. As soon as I saw A Dog's Chance, it used to be called Doggy, and I built this. And it is very similar. It's a stall deck more, but it does have the combo on it. If you guys watch Devin, which is Draco DMD, he's talked about this. But A Dog's Chance is what the deck's built around, and it plays pretty much all level 1s that you can see here. You know, it plays Singin and the Exodia head. Everything else is level 1, so everything you're going to draw off your Piper combos should net you a positive. Book of Eclipse is there just for sometimes you just need to flip everything down because you don't care if your opponent draws. You're hopefully going to stall them to death. So anyway, the Fool's kind of a strange tech. I'm trying that out, and it seems to work pretty well. But what you do here is you just use your usual Kikabayu, Mystic Piper combos. You play your Dog's Chance when Piper's on the field, because if they're going to Veiler it, they're going to Veiler it. You might as well just let it be out there. And then you get your Exodia piece. You play one dead piece either before or after, and it's just a fantastic combo. The Treeborn's in there because you don't play any traps, but you also sometimes this will be your only level 1 for A Dog's Chance. So you kind of have to think about it like that. Singin's in there. I guess it doesn't have to be, but if you can just sing into one piece and reborn the singing for another piece, that's pretty deadly. Unless they, unless they steal it and exceed with it, you're set pretty well. Foolish Burial is there for the Piper early if you've got a Kinka, and of course the Frog. Really no other reason it's in there. So anyway, try this this deck out, guys. Let me know what you think. Comment below with ideas. I mean, there's lots of people that know Exodia. I don't think I have my Dark Exodia deck on here. Nope, I sure don't. So I'll try to build that and show you guys one day. But for now, this is Make It Your Own special Exodia, lots of different ways. I'll try to bring the Dark version up one day if you guys can remind me. It's an old school build, a little older, kind of slower, but still pretty consistent. So. And comment below if you guys, or maybe do a video response if you guys have a Dark World Turbo Exodia build, and you can show me. And of course, all the other viewers. Thanks for watching, guys. And I think next time I'm going to do something to do with like a tier 3 deck, something that's strange that a lot of people just can't figure out, and that's probably going to be Worms or something like that. Steel Swarm, as you can see, I've got a few Steel Swarm options there. And I hope you guys will enjoy it. Click that like button, guys. Thanks for watching. Laters.